Hello, everybody. 2021 has been a wild ride in the real estate market, especially right here in San Diego County. The HomeDex report is out for December. We're about to wrap up the year-end edition of the HomeDex report. We're looking at where we've been through 2021 and what's coming up in 2022. Stay tuned next. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining me again. I'm Gary Massa with Massa & Associates, and welcome back to the year-end edition of the HomeDex Market Report for San Diego County. Again, 2021 has been a wild ride in real estate. Today, we're going to go through where we've been in 2021, where we're going in 2022, and what to keep your eyes on, and what the market looked like in November just last month. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to start with the where we've been and where we're going, kind of just overview what happened in 2021, a couple of points, and some of the things that are going to be important in our real estate market in 2022. So where we've been, the number one thing that I want to talk about is that the median price point year to date from January through November of 2021 is at 24% increase. Okay, just to give you an idea or perspective, the same time frame year to date in 2022, the market was up 8.8% over the previous year, which was 2019. Okay, so remember 2020 was a pandemic year. It was up 8.8% still from 2019. Now 2021 was up 24%. That's nearly 3 times the median price point increase in that same time period. That is just huge in terms of price point gain. The number two thing is inflation. We've all felt it. The price of everything has soared through the roof, including real estate. And you know the best hedge against inflation? Real estate. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you own a home, you're in the right spot to protect yourself against all that inflation going on out there. You probably noticed your equity position in your home, like every other homeowner here in San Diego County and across the United States, has just skyrocketed. So there's a lot of good things to do with that. Then we can talk about that on another segment. But also the other thing that was the big story of 2021 was the inventory crunch. That's why it was really hard for people to get into a home, and also part of the reason why the prices went up so crazy. The last one I put the wild, wild west. That inventory crunch created the wild, wild west of real estate, especially right here in San Diego County, many other parts of the United States as well. But again, we were seeing buyers coming into our markets from outside the market, mainly from San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, and many other places. But again, they were coming into our market, which looked really cheap to them, spending extraordinary amounts of money and elevating prices. But it was a very competitive market. A lot of people had to remove a lot of their contingencies, right? Their protection clauses in the contract, like home inspections, appraisals, loan contingencies, just to remain competitive. And it ended up feeling like the wild, wild west out there. If you bought a home this year, you probably know what I'm talking about. So what's going to happen, or what are we looking forward to in 2022? Okay, so we've all been talking about inflation. You all probably saw the Fed's discussion last week. They're going to be doing the rate hikes a lot sooner than we think. And it even sounded like the end of quarter one, we're going to start to see multiple rate hikes next year, trying to curb inflation. So what that's going to do is it's going to increase mortgage interest rates. Okay, so rates are going to go up. It might slow the buying market down a little bit, but again, because we don't have any inventory, again, that inventory may still be sucked up, and what's happened in the past when we knew rates were going up, a lot of buyers jumped into the market and got really aggressive because they wanted to beat the rate hike. So quarter one may be an incredible, a very good time to buy, to get in under that. We just need inventory. So sellers, if you're thinking of selling your home, quarter one might be the best time next year to sell your home, as opposed to after the rate hikes went up and when everybody else puts their home on the market in the spring and summertime. Just a thought. So again, inventory levels are still going to be something that we need to think about next year. It's still very constricted. We are at 0.7 months of inventory out there right now currently. Hopefully January, February, March come through with way more inventory than it did last year. Competition is still going to be a factor. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about buying a home in 2021, get your ducks in a row early, be prepared to negotiate and be patient and still wait for the right property, and make sure you work with the right agent who's got your back and some great advice for you. Let's get into the actual market report here. Sorry, I went the wrong direction. Here's the overview of the market of what we've seen in November. Okay, so new listings, we had 729 new listings come out in November. That's way less than what came out in October. There was 963 in October, but it's also down almost 16% year over year from the previous October in 2019. We had 847 pending sales coming out. Down from October, which was 983, and also down about 11% year over year, same time 2020. We had closed sales, 922 closed sales. That was down from the previous month at 999 and down 20% from October of 2020 when we had 1,100, almost 1,200 closed sales. Days on market, again, is going up. October 17. November was 18 and it was 20 last year. So again, days on market starting to slow down just a little bit. Median price point is at 915,000 for November. Same price it was in September. It went up in October to 935 and now down to 915, which isn't a huge sway in that sense. But it's up 16% from the same time frame in October last year. The average price point is at 1,253,000 in some change, which is also down about 40,000 from October, but up 23% from the previous year in 2020. The average sales price to list price, right, like what they're actually closing at versus what they're listing, is exactly the same from October to November, 101.6%. We've been seeing that trend tailing off, coming closer to 100% the last 4 or 5 months. This month, it was actually flat. Let's see, we're going to jump to the inventory of homes for sale. In November was 764 homes on the market in North County, San Diego. Again, detached homes. October, it was almost 1,100. So that's a huge difference in number of homes on the market. But again, very normal for November, December, holiday time, quarter four. October, we had 1 month of inventory. In November, we have 0.7 months. So we're very, very low in inventory. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on this very special last edition of 2021 of the HomeDex Report Market Update. Thank you all for joining me throughout the year. Stay tuned or look for the next one in January. We're going to talk about January predictions and what's going to come a little bit deeper in 2021. Thank you, or 2022 rather. Thank you all so much for joining me, and enjoy your holidays and Happy New Year.